If you're someone that's an expert at what you do, you know it, you are a coach, you're a consultant, you're a strategist, you have past corporate experience where you've done the thing that you're doing today, the core thing that you know can get results for people. But when it comes to this idea of working with corporations, something happens. There's fear, there's overthinking, there's all these things that you think you need to have in order to do this that's stopping you from taking that first step. Well, listen, you have come in the right place because this video today is going to be the solution to stop fear at its tracks for once and for all so that you can move into corporate spaces that are desperately looking for what you have to offer. If you're new here, I'm Kirsten Allen, and guess what? I've been you. Before becoming a successful account executive and transitioning out to doing this on my own, I was the person who walked into rooms with decision makers and I was nervous. I was giving all of my resume, telling them all the things that I did, trying to prove that I was supposed to be the person that was here selling them this particular product and service. And guess what? Sometimes those things really flopped. Thank the Lord that there was not a camera following me around to record these flops of how many times I went into these conversations so nervous, so trying to be perfect that I missed the mark. But guess what? Because I was doing this day in and day out, I was able to learn how to manage, not eliminate the fear. Because let me tell y'all something, the fear still shows up today. Okay, I'm walking with you. I'm not ahead on this expert pedestal saying, come and do what I do and sit at my feet. No, ma'am. I am on the ground with you doing this myself in my own business. And like I said, the fear still shows up today. The only difference is that now I know how to move through it so that I can achieve the thing that I know God has given me to carry into the world. And I believe that you are the same way. And I don't want fear and overthinking or lack of knowledge to hold you back from getting these opportunities. So again, let's go ahead and squash this in the door. First things first, I want to let y'all know this. Companies are getting a steal by working with you, no matter what amount they pay. When you can come in and give them a solution that turns their business into a more productive environment, even just one department, even just one executive, more productive, more money, helps them cut costs in some way, it translates into thousands, millions, and maybe even billions of dollars for an organization. Now, there's a whole ecosystem, so you're not there to solve every single problem. But I do want to let you know that what you carry has so much value in an organizational context. You have to understand that as you have these conversations and they say yes, they are the ones getting the deal. They're not giving you the break, okay? And if you've already done this before, you understand that to an extent. But when it comes to, and I know this well, stepping into a new space, whether that is, yes, well, I did this in my corporate career and I'm not sure how I could do this on my own, or I've done this with one-on-one and group clients, but I'm not sure how I could do it in a corporation or with a university. I've never had that conversation before. And so that's where the apprehension comes up. Knowing that piece can help you relax your shoulders a bit, relax your nerves and everything that might be coming up, and remind you that you are who you are. The expertise is the expertise. Your overall brand and what you do, the core of what you do, it doesn't matter who it serves, it gets results no matter where people sit, whether that's in a large corporation or one-on-one as you're working with them as a client. That mindset shift on its own broke the chains off of me. And I believe for many people that are connected with me and are in my community, knowing that and being illuminated to that helps you be able to walk into these conversations with a certain level of confidence. Say that twice. I put together a little framework because I know y'all love frameworks. Y'all love processes, right? To make this really easy for you to be able to break this down. I want to point out how this shows up though, right? If you have ever felt like, yeah, I could send this email, but what am I going to say? Oh, I saw this thing about corporate contracts, but what am I going to offer? What are they going to want to purchase from me? Like, how am I going to position this? How much do I price it? All of these questions that leave you stuck. So if it's on your radar and you still haven't moved forward in getting the opportunity, this will be a good sign that some of these things are holding you back. And I want to break it down. I put together some notes today so I can make sure to stay on track and give you this framework. The first way to stop fear in its tracks when it comes to getting corporate contracts is to know your value, which is what we talked about a moment ago, but I have a deeper way that you can do this. Just some quick research online will literally blow your mind. Let me tell y'all, I looked this up, I think maybe about 2 years ago, 1 or 2 years ago, about what the district in my city spends on professional development just in the school system. So one district, one school system in my local area spends about $400,000 just on professional development. $400,000. One district, y'all. There are probably like 10 around me in the local metro area. One district spends $400,000 a year solely on professional and leadership development. What does that mean to you? They're already buying what you have to offer. And if you're saying, well, I teach wellness, or maybe I teach these different things that may not fall under leadership and professional development, let me tell you something. It does. And you want to align your language in the areas where these companies are already spending. So a part of knowing your value is seeing these numbers and also seeing yourself in the type of people that they hire in order to do these services, because you're there. Example, I worked with someone who was a gut health and mindfulness expert. She actually landed a contract with a household name, Louis Vuitton, doing her wellness workshops with their employee resource groups. The money is out there. If you know how to articulate your value in the terms of corporate problems, and I just got through telling someone this in the DMs when they asked me who is a good fit for corporate contracts. And I'm like, if you solve a business problem, then you are likely a good fit to gain a corporate contract. Why? They pay for outcomes, and it's 2 main outcomes: to make more money or save more money. And if you can help an organization do that and you can articulate it in a way that they already understand, the method in which you do it, your framework, your innovation will be the key to you getting that opportunity. Too many people are limiting themselves to only doing work aligned with this pretty niche statement that they've been told to put online, and works, right? That in that world of business, that works. But I'm here to open up another opportunity for you and show you that your value also lies in these organizations when you understand the language, when you understand that their people are their greatest asset. No matter what's going on in the DEI conversation or whatever's happening in the economy, in companies, in organizations, universities, nonprofits, all the like, the people are the most important asset in the organization. If everything that you do in position is helping their people, their processes be more efficient and to turn into that make more money or save more money, you'll never run out of contract opportunities. There are literally millions and billions of dollars. There are companies who had committed to spending $1 billion with diverse suppliers, big names. Billions of dollars are going around, but not enough people are tapping into it. It's the same group, the same profile of people that know about it and that are not any more talented than you, not any more connected than you. They just know the process and they run the play. Knowing the value is the key. So here, I want you to do just some quick research. You don't need me to tell you. Go ahead and type into Google what you do / consultants. How much do people spend? How much do companies specifically spend on X consultants? And let your mind be blown. Go and start digging up some numbers. See how much it costs companies to be able to replace people. Look at your framework and what you've done. How has it gotten people results that could translate into a company context? I know a lot of people are in the space where they're helping people to make more money. Well, that's perfect. What exactly are you doing to help them do that? What are you helping them uncover, renew? What are you helping them to revive in their process, in their being, in their identity, whatever the case may be that helps them get that result? That's the thing that's your value in corporations. Second thing, simplify. I say this because I was given an exercise. I love getting outside of myself and being able to do a challenge or an exercise with other people that are walking me through things, because then I get to see my own processes in a different way. And so one of the things that she had us do was look at some of our competitors, right? I know it's like dirty word. Oh, I'm one of one. Yes, but we also do have people who do a similar thing, right? And as I was looking at my competitors, one of the things, and this was during my prayer time. So one of the things that was illuminated to me as I was doing that is my differentiator is around simplification. And when I started to look at the competitors, I saw a lot of great information and a lot of things that do matter, but I could see how someone who is stopped by fear and indecision and overthinking could then get overwhelmed trying to figure out all the steps that they need to do before they even get themselves out there. My unique approach is about how do I make this simple and manageable for you, that you're not overhauling what already works in your business, that you're not stressing yourself out trying to create this whole entire overnight brand that now you work with corporations, and that the steps don't take you hours, months, and years to be able to master. Simplify. So I'm going to give you a little insight into the framework that you can actually use to make this simple. All you need to do is to be visible, to make the right connections, and to close conversations. Visibility, connection, close. That's it. Visibility is so important because when you look like the person who works with corporations, and there's so many different ways that you can do this, even without having past contracts before, you can spin up a workshop, get it recorded, get some feedback, and get some testimonials. You can do that within the matter of weeks, and that'll automatically boost your brand online, LinkedIn, whatever the case may be, so that you look like the person that does contracts. But anyway, that alone is like 50%, maybe like even 75% of the battle. If people can see you doing the things, they see that you have a proven track record, that gives you a strong leg to stand on as you go after other opportunities. And again, you don't have to have a contract in order to get that visibility. You can create opportunities for yourself, which is what this is all about. So visibility, that's also talking about your frameworks, your processes, your beliefs, what you uniquely feel about the thing that you've been called to do and share, and the thing that you want to bring into organizations. That's pulling out statistics. That's physically getting into rooms where your decision makers are, not other entrepreneurs, not other business events, but decision maker events where people who are making the final go ahead to bring you in to do a particular thing are already hanging out, already networking with one another, and you are the person to come in there and learn more about them. Those are the fastest ways to get some opportunities. And then sometimes, let me tell y'all, this is another thing that a lot of people overlook: your network. Before the holidays, I talked to several people who hadn't made any traction with getting corporate contracts. We literally had a 15-minute conversation. They got off the call and they started hitting up people in their network and had calls booked like that day. So I say that because many of you listening are probably in the same bucket. It's not that you need to find the opportunities. It's not that you need to figure out how to get there. It's actually, with knowing the value, with simplification, there's likely one or two contacts that you could reach out to today that could move an opportunity forward if you had the right language. So it doesn't have to be difficult. Network, visibility, online, combining those together with doing some outreach in a very strategic way will give you more opportunities than you would ever even think about taking on. That's the thing that most people will not do. They'll be stuck in indecision. They'll be stuck in overthought. They'll be stuck in fear that they do nothing. So this is my gift to you, my unlocking to you, to say it's time to get on it. Simplify the process. What's the one step that you can do today? Is it maybe putting on LinkedIn that here's what you're doing now? Is it reaching out to someone in your network? If you worked a corporate job in the past, I'm sure you have contacts. Start a conversation today. Everybody can get an email address. You don't need a pitch template to be able to put that together. Yes, it's valuable if you want to get that support, but in all honesty, you could figure out how to send an email. Send it. As messy as it is, like I talked to you guys about in the beginning, I didn't have a buttoned up framework to be able to follow. I had to hit my head on a wall have these moments where I felt like, I really missed the mark in order to learn. So don't be afraid to do the same thing. The people don't know you. If you send an email and they don't respond, okay, keep going. Simplify and execute consistently, which is the last point of this framework. Execute before you talk yourself out of it. Woo! I'm preaching that to myself. Remember, I said I'm walking through this with you guys. I am not the guru. I am not the, the person to just come and sit at no. I'm walking through this with you. Execute before you can talk yourself out of it. Last night, in fact, I had an idea about a partnership and it was 12:30. So I was like, I really need to go to sleep. I have an idea of what I want to say. I'll go down and write it tomorrow. Then I said, oh no, we already declared that in 2026, we're not giving ourselves any time to talk ourselves out of anything. So we're going to go down. You already have the idea of what you want to say. Go ahead and write it. Get it scheduled up for tomorrow. Did that. Email went out before I even woke up this morning. Move with speed. Don't overthink. Don't try to get the perfect pitch, the perfect this, the perfect that. All of that stuff will come. The best thing that you can do is get yourself out there. I got some opportunities right now that are outside of like this type of work that I'm like, I really don't know about that, but for some reason I'm interested in it. So I'm just going to put myself out there and see how it goes and see what happens from there. This can be as simple as that. Your first few opportunities, you're not reaching out to the CEO of Google. So it's not like your whole brand is going to be, tarnished, or you're going to be getting on the call with the CEO and not know what to say. That's likely not going to happen. If you do, just call me. I'll help you out. If you get a call and you feel like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to say, don't not take the call. Just give me a call. We'll talk through it and you take that opportunity and you move it forward. Okay. So execute before you talk yourself out of it. What's the one step that you can do with that right now? This video was all about giving you steps to go ahead and move forward. So take a pick. What can you do? Send out an email. Whatever is going through your head right now at this moment, I just want you to get in your body real quick. What is going through your head right now? I would love for you to put in the comments so that I can see that and, understand it with you if you're open. That first thing that's popping into your mind that's telling you you can or you shouldn't or what if, all of that, do it anyway, right now. And then when you do it, come back and let me know so I can celebrate with you. Now, with these three things, you will be unstoppable as it relates to getting these corporate contract opportunities. And if you're saying, I need more of this, I need a space where I can not just understand and do these things piece by piece on my own, but be able to get the support, ongoing support, that when they don't respond or when I'm about to have this conversation or when I wish I would have said something differently, I have a space where I can get reconnected and back on the process and understand what I can do moving forward. That is who I'm here for. I have my information in the description of this video where you can learn more about ways that you can work with me. If this is calling you, if you like the vibes that you're getting here and you want to get more insight in how we can partner together in getting you in more corporate spaces, then this is your first step. And I can't wait to talk about ways to support you. So the link is in the comments to be able to get on my calendar, to take our quiz, all the things to be able to engage with us. And I'll see you in one of those or in the next video. At the very least, regardless of what next steps you decide to take, whether that is working with me in a close proximity or that is, working with me in our small group cohorts, whatever the case may be, even if it's just continuing to be a part of this community and subscribing, make sure you subscribe. My ask for you is to take action. Money is flowing. Opportunities are flowing. And yes, you may already be doing well. You may not need to get opportunities in order to sustain your life. I love that for you. That's the type of people that I'm talking to, right? But the legacy, the impact is the thing that's calling you to move forward in this because you know you have a voice. You know you have something that's of value to these organizations. That's the urgency. And so you've got to move on that when you get the hit to move on it. And again, I'm in your corner to support you. All right. So for those that I'll be chatting with, I'll see you soon. And if you're in the community and you're keeping up with these daily videos that I'm doing, I'll see you on the next one.